I would love to start my talk with a story about Mo. I met him 5 years ago. He seemed to be very stressed out, almost like a hunted animal. He moved from house to house and we couldn't get our grips on it. What's going on, Mo? What's happening? Finally, it came out. I'm over 20,000 euros in debt. The state is after me. And yeah, I can be thrown into jail anytime because the state still, I have a debt of over 20,000 euros to them. I said, okay, 20,000 euros, that's a lot of speeding tickets. Mo, what happened? No answer, no answer. In the end, it comes out, Mo had done an armed robbery that went bad, and all the damages, also to the victim, got him a debt of 20,000 euros. And he was in a big battle, because he wanted a new life. He didn't want to go back to jail. He'd been in jail quite a while for the robbery. What to do? 40 days of work in the streets in his old criminal life would have gotten him the 20,000 euros. The other route, the honest route, would be years of tedious work, temp work, uncertainty. What to do? Unfortunately, Mo isn't alone. There's a lot of youngsters in the Netherlands who are underprivileged, who only have access to the part of the labor market at the bottom. I call it the crash zone, in which work is temporary, badly paid, very uncertain, which usually leads to more debt instead of work that helps you to save up money. It's a big issue. And even when you look at the situation of Mo, there were 7 organizations helping him out. There was a parole officer, there was the justice, there was the police, there was the neighborhood support, there was the debt relief office. All organizations trying to help Mo, but very task-based and no focus on him as a whole person. I guess if you look at the costs of all these organizations, it's probably 40,000 euros a year instead of the 20,000 euros of debt. Society has him cornered. He can be picked up and thrown into jail any moment for not paying up, but he doesn't have the money. So what to do? For guys like Mo, 10 years ago, I founded the Business Club. We write that with 3 Z's, like the guys say it in the street. I want my own business, but you can also find your own job, your own education, all 3 together. We don't care. Whatever you like. Does it work? Yes. 60 to 80% of these underprivileged youngsters leave unemployment benefits and grow into their own job, education, or business. And if you ask me what are the 3 secret recipes, the first thing is to put the person first. Every person has his own unique dream. So we have people write a dream plan, a life plan. What would my perfect life look like? And how can I achieve it? What's the first step? What's the next step? Second secret recipe. We couple them with a volunteer coach. Somebody who has a job, has a company, is in his pension or her pension, and says, I've had a great life. I have a great life. I have something to share. I have network to share. I have knowledge to share. I will help you further one-on-one. Secret recipe number 3. We work 100% pay for success. And that's something guys like Mo usually don't understand. 100% pay for success. So you help me, you do all this workshop, the coaching, the training, and you don't get any money? No, we don't get a cent. Not until you are out of unemployment benefits and you make your own money, because from that moment on, the city in the Netherlands saves 40 euros a day on your unemployment benefits, and they pay part of that savings to us. Do you believe in me? Yes, Mo, we believe in you. And we believe in our program. 60 to 80% leave unemployment benefits. We've a great track record. We are going to make this happen with you as well. And I think that's the way it should work. It's an honest contract with society. We don't get any money if we don't deliver any success. Maybe you're curious, why this crazy title? Hard jobs for the poor. We need hard jobs for the poor because they're now stuck in what I call the crash zone of the labor market. The bottom of the labor market, unskilled, temp jobs, badly paid. That's what they have access to. There's other people with good jobs, high education, they're at the wheel. Economy crashes, they don't have a problem, but these people do. And you might think, hard jobs for the poor, yeah. Why is that necessary? It's very necessary and it's very rational. Because if everybody contributes at their full potential to society, everybody makes more money, everybody has a better job, and the country as a whole, our society, gets into a better position. So we're wasting talent in a big way. And why? Why is it necessary? I think it's very possible to bring guys like Mo to the next level. We've shown it, but this is also possible at a European level. If you look at the macro perspective, this is what we should do. The European labor market has created a situation in which the West, with its high wages, has been coupled with the East, where the wages were low, and the South, where the wages are also low but a little higher. What happens if you create that? Make it one big market? Do all the wages go up? No. The wages in the South and the East go up a little bit, but there's a lot of pressure on the wages in the West. And that's what we've seen happening the last 20 years. The people in the middle class in the West haven't seen any progress. They feel threatened by the European labor market. And the people in the East and the South are only slowly getting better. What really helps is for these people to go to the West with their university degree and do the dishes in London. What would you have done? Your university degree from Humboldt University in Berlin gets you a job that makes you 30,000 a year, or you can go to Monaco and harvest strawberries all year and make 100,000. What would you do? That's the choice these people in the South and the East get these days. That's not a good situation for anybody. What we need is to fix this bottom, the crash zone of the labor market. Because this is a friendly picture. But if we get into the next economic debt crisis and the European economy hits a wall, tens of millions of people will be crushed. We have to fix this now. And at the meso level, governments should spend their money a whole lot better. They're wasting at least half of their money on interventions, programs that don't contribute anything. And you might think government knows everything about you, and maybe they do, but it's locked up in 100 different databases, lots of other documents, so actually they don't know nothing. They don't even know which part, half of their money is being wasted. That's why I love social impact bonds. We're a front runner, as you've seen, around the world, and the 100% pay for success method is a way to say, it's not about just a little bit of input, it's not about helping people. This is the old way of doing for the government. It's all about grants, it's all about input. Do you help? How many people do you help? In the social impact bond, it's not about how many workshops you give, how many hours you put in, it's all about results. And as you can see, the risk, whether this works, is a success or fails, is not with the government. As in the old grants, no, it's with the investors and with the executioners. And I think that's a very honest and good way for a government to work. Focus on long-term results, create 100% pay for performance contracts, so that every organization is really focused. Am I just doing one task for a person that helps a little bit, or am I focusing on the full person? And at the micro level, we're back to guys like Mo, other people. Mo had a choice: 40 days criminal work, or years of work the honest way in a new life. It was a difficult one because it would be lots of stress to go the honest way. 5 years later, I'm very happy to say that he is, and his own company has a lot of different assignments, He does a lot of house painting because that was his dream. From 14 years onwards, all he wanted to become was a house painter. How difficult can that be? Well, you've heard the story. It can be very difficult if you grow up in the wrong neighborhood, in the wrong environment. But he did it. He got out. He's still paying off the last part of his debt. But he's on his new life, with a wife and kid, building his future. And that's my dream for all kids in Europe. All of them being able to achieve their full potential and get everything out of their career and out of life. Together we can make it happen. Thanks very much.